Hope you are aware that these same spirits, they take root in businesses. And it's the same way you can have certain men merchandise the anointing. It's the same way we have certain of the hidden that they merchandise certain spirits. You see, I sat down one day in my house and I saw an advert and I began to laugh. And I said, this one men do not know that it's not only Christians that are preaching. The world is preaching so boldly. You know, I saw an advert of a betting company and there was a man that was just walking on the road. He was very sad. Then he just looked at one shop and he played a bet. And suddenly he received 100 million naira. And as he stood up, he turned around, his clothes changed. It was in a big car. I don't know if you have seen the advert. Girls everywhere. And he was happy. And I smiled and said, a spiritual man will get a message from this thing. They are preaching to you that if you come over to this spirit can change your life in a day. The same way Christians preach that if you come to Jesus, he can change your life. And to understand this thing, look at the story of a certain lady. It says, and Paul entered a city, and there was a lady that was possessed of foul spirits, and this lady used to prophesy. I've used that in your scriptures before. And this lady had masters. And when Paul began to walk through, the lady began to scream, this is Paul, this is Paul. These are the ones sent of God. And Paul looked back and rebuked that foul spirit from that lady. And the masters were upset because their source of money was gone. And they dragged Paul out of the city. I'm showing you that certain things we see today, certain institutions, they are fueled by spirits. You see, if only the Lord will open your eyes in this service, and I believe He will, you understand that the things you envy, you should not envy them. A spiritual man sees things differently. You see, when Abraham and Lot's people began to fight, they came and said, we are fighting. Let's come to a consensus. Let us separate. Then Abraham said, Lot, I love you so much. Pick first. Lot said, there is a land to the north, and the ground is very good. I will go there. Lot thinking it was wise. But then we have Abraham, a man of the spirit. Abraham went to the other side. That north that Lot went to was Sodom and Gomorrah, a land doomed for judgment. So you see, the things that you envy, in the truth of it, some of it, they have no life. So the same way betting companies are preaching, that if you come to them and you fraternize with their business, that your life will change. In the same way, alcohol companies are telling you that once you take one cup of this thing, your worries are gone. So you see people and they die. Hope we're learning something today. I'm showing you the way spirits work in the most simplified version. I'm not yet teaching you on the spirits of Jezebel, those kind of things. Those things will be for another time. But I'm showing you the way spirits work in our daily environments. Daily environments. You see, the same way Christ affords us to see, there are certain men that see things by the way of darkness.